Hello, everyone.
Almost an
We're trying this again.
almost an hour later.
Is it? Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. It's half an hour. We're fine. Well, anyway, hi. Hello. How's it going? How you doing? Good to see you. You might notice that we are down two friends. They are not just hiding behind uh, black boxes in their on their screens. They are not with us today
Yeah.
for a variety of reasons. So it is the Ilvem and Hannibal show today. So we will see what these two siblings get up to on their day out on the town. I believe they both have things they want to get done. So we're going to, get through that. It will be a shorter session today. So those of you joining us who are used to our longer sessions, we are going to be probably going to be shorter, I'm guessing, unless they manage to take really long for what the things I have planned for them are. So we'll see how it goes.
I can talk real slow.
Me too.
Oh boy. If you'd like to leave now is a good time.
That's my next character. Talks like this.
All right, I'm not playing the next campaign.
It's a turtle bard.
Okay. Justin, anything to announce about the channel or anything like that?
Yeah. We're raising money for Color of Change still. I think I figured out a way to make it an indefinite way for us to raise money, so that never goes away. Because Color of Change is a great charity, and I feel like it's especially important right now to kind of raise money and help in any way we can in regards to that whole stuff. And because in this channel, in this house, we don't like white supremacists, so
Hate them, in fact.
we hate them. In fact, they can go, fuck themselves. So yeah, the donation link will be posted throughout chat. Thanks to our little night bot. So that's only if people are talking. If they're not talking, that doesn't pop up. So I'll have to manually type in the link. But we don't have that problem on Sundays, which is great. So because people can show up on Sundays. What else? Anniversary stream. Bagpipes definitely built in. February 13th is our anniversary stream. We got 2 people signed up so far, which is brutal. So if that's the case, it's just going to be 12 hours of me playing video games and hopefully other people coming in and playing video games with me, like Overwatch and...
Yeah, I will definitely show up for some Overwatch.
Among Us, Phasmophobia.
I can also probably show up for some Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
But I might not. I changed my mind. I'm really embarrassing with that game.
People need to show up for Phasmophobia because it's a perfect game to stream with friends. And it's really cheap on Steam, and it's really great.
I do a lot of screaming. I do a lot of crying.
So we'll probably play some Phasmophobia because that game is just so much fun. Overwatch, Among Us, and I might even play some like single player horror games.
Nice,
because that's always fun. That's probably what's gonna happen. Get some things.
Oh, you could also stream some Hades.
I could, but people will yell at me if I stream Hades based on...
Oh, is there tea? Did I miss tea?
No. I'm cheating a little, is all.
Oh, you use God mode? I use God mode.
Yeah. Among other things. I found the game's code and I kind of messed with some stuff in there. So I modded it a bit. Anyways, I modded it so I kill things in one hit because it's fun. Anyways, I only did that after my first run, though. So it's not cheating.
Okay. I mean, play a game however you want. Whatever.
Exactly. And maybe
it's only cheating if you're playing against other people.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay.
Buy my adventures on DM's Guild, please. I need money.
Yeah, do that. They're great.
Yeah, the Canadian
one's a copper really bestseller now.
Sit by.
Thanks.
Okay. So shall we get started then?
Yes.
All right. So, last we left off, the Disaster siblings were living the high life in the Kukui city of Aketu, currently basically the capital of the Turncoat faction. run by a Triton suzerain, and they are currently fighting against the Loyalist faction that has taken up residence in the northern region of the country. Hannibal spoke to the suzerain of Aketu and found out that she didn't really know much about like who he was either, but she's like, I'll send a letter out and find out, and also basically like, set him up as a guest in the city, and all of his siblings and friends as well. Basically being like, yeah, I will just here take this, take that. The other thing, they got set up with a very nice elderly couple to stay in their home as guests. They have trouble with the stairs, so they are happy to have other people coming in, staying in the second floor of their house. The Keonis, is there Etu and Runa Keoni. After the next morning, they all went to Barbus and Barbus Fine Clothiers, which was owned by three dwarven triplets from the dwarven nation of Pontos, which is where the seafaring dwarves come from. They set them up with all some excellent new outfits and everything. Everyone got their fancy new clothes, custom made right there, especially by the three triplets, Alekos, Minos, and Nasos, and then a weaver, or a warforge named Weaver, who was also working in the shop, who had like a sewing machine for a hand, among other tools. Moving on from there, they went and visited the racetrack, and Hannibal lost a lot of money.
All of it.
Yeah, all of his money at a racetrack, betting on King of the Cargo, the Triceratops, the big old Triceratops with the worst odds in the racetrack. And on the other hand, Drusilla made a good amount of money. So after that, they all left. Drusilla and Hannibal were throwing things at each other outside. I think throwing coins at each other outside in the street. Walking around, they got information about a nice theater in town. Ilvem and Sid spoke to a playwright who also appears to do some sort of organizational work for the Turncoat faction. And they found out about that theater and got some pointers on that. And then Ilvem everyone came across a performer in the street who was performing a drum beat but not getting much attention. So then Ilvem stopped in with their flute and joined them in a performance. And between the synergy of their flute and drum music, as well as Ilvem's illusion magic, adding visual components to the performance, it went from just like a person on the side of the street getting like no attention, a couple coppers in their case, to her case was filled to silver and gold and copper, and there was like more just like spread out across the pavement she was picking up afterwards from the sheer amount of attention. And Ilvem was like, no, you're good, you can keep it all, I don't need any of that, that's cool, like we'll just like you can buy me a drink sometime. She was like, okay. And then everyone went home and got we ended up with everyone walking home at night. You all arrived back at the Keoni estate, went to bed, and we will start up with the next morning.
Oh shit! That means my transmuter stone is done, because I'm going to spend the rest of some of the night finishing that. 3 more hours. Boom. Done.
There you go.
And let's say that for my transmuter stone, because when I make it, I have to choose something. And then every time I cast a transmutation spell, I can change the effect on the stone. I'm going to give myself an extra 10 feet of movement when I'm unencumbered.
Okay.
Cool.
It's one of the options.
That's real speedy.
Now I can run as fast as Sid, I think.
Yeah.
We should put you in the races.
We should. Let's do it. I'll get polymorph, turn myself into a dinosaur, and then I'll win.
All right. So, the two of you wake up in the morning. You get up stretch, get out of bed, step out of your rooms. You don't see Drew or Sid anywhere around.
Oh no, they must have died during the night.
Oh, they definitely died during the night.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, looks like it's just us now. Forever and always.
Well, where do we go? Do you want to do anything? I want to go to a magic shop.
That could be fun.
I don't have
Yeah,
any
I'll take
money,
along for that.
so I'm gonna sell some stuff. And I might need your bartering abilities if you have them.
I'm not very good at bartering, but I've been told that I have like pretty good puppy dog eyes, and people just tend to like give me stuff about it.
Well, I might need your charismatic personality then. I only have a 13 in charisma.
I am very beautiful.
Let's go.
Okay, you all get dressed. The Keonis have some breakfast set up downstairs, so the two of you can grab some food on your way out.
I'm just gonna grab a single citrus fruit.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a melon.
Okay.
Full melon, huh?
Just like have a cantaloupe and eat it with a spoon.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So you two are heading out to try and find a magic shop then.
Yes.
All right. So as you head out into the city, what is your chosen method of attempting to find said magic shop?
Hey.
Oh god.
Just gonna ask people.
Yeah.
Okay. Are either of you proficient in investigation?
No.
Yes.
But I have a plus
Okay.
3.
I'm
Great.
proficient, but you still have a higher score than I do.
Well, I was going to say, you can actually roll an investigation check, but with charisma instead of intelligence to
Yes.
What?
Yes.
to gather information.
Do I still get like my proficiency bonus?
Yep. So if you're proficient in investigation, you get proficiency, but it's a charisma check instead of intelligence.
Hello,
Okay.
we are looking for a magic shop.
Which makes it a +6 to the roll. It's a 10, so 16.
Okay. So you get into town, you start talking to people, asking around about shops and things like that, and generally what you find is that when it comes to magic shops in town, especially given what Hannibal is looking for, just gradually as you're talking to people and getting directions to certain places, you get a couple of names, a couple of locations, but they seem to be like magic supply shops more than anything.
Fuck.
Like they specialize in like spell components and wands and things like that, and kind of like the general day-to-day thing. Like you could definitely get wizard like spellbook paper and ink, like the special things you need in order to copy spells into a spellbook. But people that just like have and sell magic items is a little bit harder to find. However, you do get a lead on a place out on some of the docks actually. One of the trading companies, there's a rumor that one of the trading companies has magic items that will come in and out through there, and that there's one of the people who works for them may like kind of be like a private buyer and seller of magic items.
Excellent.
Oh.
So you
That
kind of
means
get
they're
direct-
gonna charge us an arm and a leg.
I'm only planning on selling some stuff, so.
Oh, I thought you were looking to buy stuff.
No, I need to buy like.
Something really cool.
I need to buy like. Yeah. More so just components at this point, but I want to sell things I'm not using.
Cool. Let's do it.
So
To
you
the
can head in the
docks.
direction. Yeah, you two can head in the direction of the docks. You make your way along. The pretty much the entire western side of the city is just coast, and it's based on what you've seen, the city is very maritime based. So the docks and harbor are quite expansive, but you can get over to the section that appears to be like specifically like trade docks. Like there's sections for military and like warships. There's sections for just like passengers and independent ships to come and dock and stop in. But then you get to like, there are some sections that are like appear to have like big signs over them that are owned by specific like trading companies that do business out of here and like rent out their own entire section of docks. So there's a few of those scattered throughout the northern end of the city.
Very cool.
And so far, all you know is that it is someone who works for one of the trading companies, but you don't know exactly which one.
Time to go put on the charm again.
Yes, I will attempt to put on this charm as well.
Okay, maybe you should put on the charm like 10 to 15 feet away from me, though.
Hold on, I can put on the charm. Watch this. I don't have the spell prepared. Never mind.
Oh, damn.
I was going to disguise myself as a handsome. Never mind.
Anyways. Oh, hi there.
He's gonna walk up to a random dock worker.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. You see someone like carrying a crate and sets it down. Hello. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm so sorry. Me and my brother here, we got a little turned around. Different moms. You get it. And so, oh goodness. Oh no. I forgot the name of who we're looking for.
Oh no.
I don't suppose you know the person who, goodness, they're part of a trading company. They're from around here and they do some kind of, like magical items. They do some buying and selling. Oh, I can't believe I forgot their name.
Well, let me think. I don't know anybody that does that kind of thing in our trading company. I work for Cardew Shipping over here, so I don't think that I know anyone here that does that. Though you could try some of the other shipping company. Cardew Shipping.
Oh.
You could try some of the other companies. The next biggest one is probably the South Point Trading Company over there. They're the docks in green. The green sign over there says South Point over the docks. That'd probably be the next best bet to check.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much for your help.
I'm happy to help. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Just goes back and grabs another crate and starts stacking them up again.
I'll start skipping merrily away.
I feel like this is going to take all day.
It might.
I follow, but I do not skip.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can get over there. You can see that this one, the buildings look like relatively newer than a lot of the ones around here. A lot of green and everything. You can actually see the green flag of Galden flying over several of the ships. You also saw over some of the warships in the harbor as well. That didn't match up with the like a couple of the warships in the harbor have the Galden flag over them and also don't appear to match up with the like style of ship that like the local boats seem to have, like the dual catamaran style.
All right.
These ones are just like single hulled galleons. And there is what looks to be a like whole office set up like out on the dock of this. Like there's multiple docks that kind of like come together and then branch off from this one platform where there is this like 2-story building set up.
Cool.
Do you think they might be here?
They might. Also, we know people from Galden, so that could get us an in.
Wait, who?
The great question, Hannibal.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you asked it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy you asked me specifically.
Do you think Sid would know?
Sid would definitely know.
I think I might know. Hold on, let me look through my notes.
And I bet you Drew also knows.
Oh, I think it's Dahira.
Ah, yes.
I felt like someone that
is Dahira the Gith?
That is watching us told me that.
Yes, but there's also the Stormlord family.
And her brother Karis.
Karis, you remember Karis.
Yes, Carrot.
Yes. Okay, well, let's mosey on in.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so you can head in. You can hold on. You can head in. You can head inside. Looks like there's kind of like a main set of double doors that leads into a like open lobby type room where there's like benches around and there's people coming in. Looks like this is where they kind of do like it's almost like a storefront where they do like business with your average person, and people can sign on to ships. You can see people like captains chartering like with them and like signing on to do deals and like make trips for them. You can see people signing on to like work on ships. You can see like merchants coming in to negotiate trade back and forth, and like there's just like a bunch almost like teller windows, like bank teller windows set up along two of the walls where there are clerks standing. You can kind of just like stand in line and go like wait to speak to somebody.
We have to wait.
I like waiting.
Okay, guess we can wait.
Mm-hmm. The lines don't seem too long. It's like there's like a couple people.
We could spar right here.
We can't spar right here.
Mm.
But we should spar again.
We should.
Soonish. I want to win.
Me too. Would a fireball be cheating?
Can both while you're actually both in here, can both of you make me perception checks?
No, yeah, because I'm good at those. Natural 20 minus 1.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm good at those natural 20.
For a 19.
Nowhere near as good.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So Ilvem, you're focusing on like what you're gonna say to the clerk probably. Hannibal, you're looking around. You can see actually this place does have guards. There's a couple standing by the doors. They're pretty inconspicuous though, because at first you wouldn't even like they're definitely standing in guard position. Like they have that security guard kind of look to them where they're just standing at like out of the way spots along the walls, keeping an eye on the place, pretty relaxed posture, but you don't see any visible weapons at first. You see a couple of people wearing long black coats that like come basically like high collar, like past the knee black coats with black tricorn hats. But as one of them moves slightly, you can actually see his sleeve like pulls back a little bit, and sitting like against his wrist, you can see what looks like the barrel of a firearm that probably can be brought into his hand in like with a swift motion.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say hidden blade. Okay.
Actually, with a natural 20, as you're looking the other side, you can see against the back of the forearm, you can see probably something there that would and like a little bit of a point where a blade could probably pop out.
There's gods in here with weapons.
Well, then you better not cause a scene, huh?
I never cause a scene.
Does it hurt to lie that severely?
No.
Okay.
When was the last time I caused a scene? Exactly.
Think. Well, there was the town where the strawberry cow was. You caused a scene there by being really intense towards children.
Is that town?
That was that town.
Because there's otherwise nothing going on in that town.
Also, and I can't say for sure, but I have no proof of this, but I am 100% positive that you caused some tomfoolery to happen at the Peach Festival.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
The chicken?
Perhaps.
All right. The next one of the windows opens up, and you can like step up in line and get up to there.
Okay. Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the South Point Trading Company. How can I help you?
So we are currently looking for somebody, and we might be in the wrong area. I lost my piece of paper that had all of the info on it, so I plumb forgot. But we're looking for the person who deals in magical items, both buying and selling. Is that your trading company, or is that a different trading company?
It's not officially this trading company. I know who you're talking about. Actually, why don't you? Could you wait right here? I'll go get him.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'll be right back. She like pushes back from her chair and gets up and walk. You can see her walk back and then go up some stairs. And then like a few minutes go by, and then like a side door opens that leads into the back room, and she's like, right this way, please.
Perfect.
This feels shady, and I love it.
Yeah, she leads you back, takes you up a set of stairs. You're like in the back area where there's like desks and people working, and like you can see people like stamping paperwork and like writing in ledgers and like generally keeping track of inventory and just moving shipments and everything. Like this appears to be a very well-run business and like a well-oiled machine. And looking at a couple maps that you pass by that have like shipping lanes set up on them, you can see that this company trades all across like this side of this continent and across the ocean to Galden. It's strange. It's kind of strange that they have the Galden flag everywhere and like appear to be so Galden centered, because South Point is actually the southern tip of the Marduin Wilds, which is the very southern end of that continent the Galden is on. There's a pretty solid distance between there. So, but there's also not a lot there. So presumably Galden sponsors this company so that way they can like actually have enough resources to get these ships out. And eventually she leads you upstairs and then brings you to a set of like red oak polished double doors that lead to, it looks like an office, and she opens them and then brings you into a very nice office. There's like an ornate rug on the floor, shelves, there's like model ships, it's actually like a shelf of model ships on one wall, all different types, presumably the ones that this like the fleet of this trading company, like different types of ships they use. And then sitting behind the desk with like a long maritime coat with like the big cuff sleeves and hair pulled back with a bow is a man sitting at a desk and looks up, and the woman says, Mr. O'Reilly, these are the two that were inquiring about magic item sales. And he says, thank you so much. You can return. I'll take this from here. Very nice to meet you. My name is Kenny O'Reilly, and I'm in charge of this branch.
Fantastic name. I'm Ilvem.
I'm
This
Hannibal.
is my brother Hannibal.
Very nice to meet you. So you're here inquiring about the magic item sales.
Yes.
Well, this is it's a bit of a pet project of mine, so not officially on the books, but everyone around here seems to humor me. So are you buying or selling today?
Possibly both.
Oh, excellent. Which would you like to do first?
Sell.
He kind of stands up and comes out from around his desk. All right, let's see what you have.
I place the banner of the Krieg room down.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. And he's gonna reaches under his reaches under his shirt in the cloak and pulls out a little amulet, and is gonna just like put a hand around that and then hold a hand over the banner, and you can see like a little bit of glow come from the amulet. Say, I recognize this is it doesn't appear that he's casting a spell, but it doesn't. It appears that he's using a magic item actually.
Okay.
You would assume he's using Identify.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, probably some kind of amulet of spell storing or something. Yeah, you can see him like going. There's like quite a bit of information about this. You can see him kind of like getting all of it and nodding along. It says, "Well, this is very, very useful, especially given the current political climate of this region."
I agree.
How much were you looking to get for it?
Fuck.
How do we feel about trading?
I don't want to trade.
Trading. Well, let me see. I'm afraid I don't have anything of equal value, though I suppose if you putting together several of the items I have currently could potentially get up to the value of this one.
It's okay. I don't want to trade.
All right.
Let me see. Let me think. Let me think here. You have a nice ponytail.
Oh, thank you very much.
4,000 gold.
You see him like doing the math in his head and like thinking about it, And like after a sec, like he's thinking about it, and it's like you can see him like trying like he wants to haggle, but it seems like you actually pretty much hit right on like the upper end number of what he was aiming for, and just finally says, "All right, actually, yes, you have yourself a deal."
I just made 4,000 gold.
Yep. It is a rare magic item. It is worth quite a bit, especially again that value is especially like he can sell that for a lot because
Oh, yeah.
Given what it does like in terms of warfare and like has area effects, like he can sell that to the turncoats for probably like at least double that, if not more.
There's just now like dollar signs in Hannibal's
Mhm.
eyes, like the cartoon, like.
Mm-hmm.
What about this? Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I've never had this much money before. Do you have anything interesting?
Well, I can show you what I have. See if you're interested in it.
Ilvem, look how much money I just made.
Yeah, what he's gonna do is he says actually.
You mean how much money we just made?
No, how much I just made.
How about this? If you'd like to make the purchase today, I can subtract that from your 4,000, and then I will write out a letter of write you a banknote for the remaining amount that you can withdraw at any time at any South Point Trading Company location.
So I don't actually have the gold right now.
Correct.
Okay.
So just 4,000 gold is a lot, like just
True.
amount wise.
All right.
He can just keep that in his office.
And we also just like don't have a bag of holding to put it in.
Yeah.
Let's look around then.
All right. Let me pull out some pieces, and you can see there's like a big, like almost dining room sized table on one side that's just completely clear of things, and he goes and he grabs a sheet of what looks like crushed velvet and like unrolls it over the surface, so it creates like this nice soft surface, and then he goes into some cabinets and chests and lock boxes and like various locations throughout his office, grabbing things and setting them out. And he sets out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items onto this sheet, and you can take a look at them. One of them is a lute. One of them is a set of very shiny, almost silvery splint mail. One of them is an orb that currently it's a dark orb where the bottom half, like the top half, is almost like this dark tinted, like almost like tinted glass, and the bottom half is more of like gray, and you can see there's like a little point of like a little mote of light almost that appears to be moving like very slowly moving through it, and is pointing at about like almost near the top of it at this point. You can see a very nice ornate looking longsword. A much less ornate, but still very very well made, very shiny looking greatsword. A doll, well, looks like a children's doll, still like well made, and like not like a corncob doll or anything, but just like a small little like children's doll, like in the image of like a girl with long hair.
Does it resemble the one doll I made when I was an artificer?
I think it might. Yes, actually.
The talking doll.
Yep.
Okay.
You can see a set of ring mail staying there. A pair of gloves that appear to be like they're like Ilvem, you might find them off-putting, and Hannibal, you might find them the opposite.
Yes.
It almost looks like a pair of hands actually sitting on the table, made of like weird like chitin and sinew. But like you realize that like they sag down a little bit like they're gloves that are sitting empty. As well as a pinkish purple shard of some kind of crystal and a smoking pipe.
What are those gloves?
These. Well, be a little careful with these. They're he like picks them up. He's put on like thin leather gloves at this point to work with, like to pick up all of these items and everything. You can tell he seems to be some kind of collector. You could guess that he probably buys and sells the ones he doesn't really want, and then like if any good pieces come through, he just keeps those.
Okay.
But he does have the demeanor about him of like an art collector or like someone who really appreciates these and is treating them very delicately. He picks them up and like shows them to you. You can even see that they kind of like almost like pulse a little bit, just sitting there.
Oh.
And he says, definitely, certainly an acquired taste. These gloves are somewhat alive. I believe the name we come up with them for is living gloves.
Oh.
As soon as you put them on,
No.
however, as soon as you put them on, they actually vanish entirely, become utterly invisible. It's like you're not wearing them at all. And I'll tell you, basically, he'll go over it. But basically, what happens is while you are tuned to them, you can get proficiency in sleight of hand, thieves' tools, one set of artisans' tools of your choice, or one musical instrument of your choice, and you have you add double proficiency to whichever of those skills you get proficiency in. But they are a little symbiotic in nature, and you need a remove curse spell in order to remove them. So, like, yeah, they like they like vanish and then bond to your skin. So, like, they provide a good benefit, but like, you know, when it comes to unlike an armor that would resemble that, they don't eat half your hit dice or anything. Like,
so
they just sit there.
So like what I gave Ash. Okay.
Yes, but unlike that, they don't eat half the hit dice.
How much are those?
Those are 500 gold.
And what about this crystal?
Chair just fell back.
Don't die.
Thank you. This right here is this is a fairly rare. I don't know the nation of origin, but it appears to be. I've read about them before. This is a spell shard. It's empty. Essentially, they are magicians in a far-off land somewhere. Use these essentially in the same manner as a book. You can essentially use it to telepathically communicate approximately 300 pages of worth of information. However, I've heard that wizards can also use them as spell books as well. It does require the same amount of materials and cost to transcribe spells into them, but they're very, very small, portable, waterproof, fireproof. It's a very nice backup, easy to hide.
And how much is that?
Are they dispel magic proof?
Yes, they are.
And how much?
50 gold pieces.
All right. And what about this loot?
This one. The DOS loot. Quite helpful for bards, I understand. There are 7 different types of instruments like this. This is one of them. It allows certain access to certain spells once per day. In addition to any charm spells that are cast are more likely to take hold. And so basically it is one of the instruments of the bard.
Yeah.
You can attune to it. Once you're attuned to it, you can cast. You can use the action to cast one of these spells once a day. So like you can't cast each of them once. It's just like you get like one spell slot. The spells included are fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good, animal friendship, protection from energy but only fire, and protection from poison. And you can, if you cast a spell that has a charm effect, the target has disadvantage on the saving throw if you use this as the material component of the spell.
Ilvem, are you interested in that? I know you play the flute, but
I can play the lute. I did learn the lute. I don't use a lot of charm magic though.
Yeah, charm magic's kind of icky.
And the only real spell on that is that's like kind of interesting to me would be fly.
And invisibility.
That's a good point too.
You could like do pranks better.
I personally would like to know a bit about these swords.
Oh, I can. This one is just. He points to the long sword and says, "This one is just a. Well, as best we can tell, it's just a magic longsword. That's just a +1 longsword, basically, is all it is. This one holds up the great sword. You're going to want to be careful with. We have identified it as cursed. Also,
curse is fun.
It is a plus. This is a sword of vengeance.
Yes.
So it's one of those swords where if you attune to it, you're unwilling to part with it.
Mm-hmm.
And while it's on your person, you must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Whenever you take damage in combat on a failed save, you must attack the creature that damaged you until you drop to 0 hit points, or it does, or until you can't reach the creature to make a melee attack against it.
I mean, curses are fun.
However, if you can successfully cast Banishment on the sword, it will remove the Vengeful Spirit from it, and it will just become a +1 greatsword.
That is pretty cool.
Does anything interest you, Ilvem? I'm very interested in the gloves and the crystal.
I love the idea of the crystal for sure. I think you 100%, if you're going to get anything, you should definitely get that. The gloves creep me out, but a lot of things do. If you like them, you like them. I don't know. I do kind of like the idea of the loot.
It could be useful.
And I also like the idea of the greatsword, but I also don't.
Can you use a great sword?
I am trained in every weapon.
You should get the great sword. Just imagine you running into battle with a great sword.
See, that's the thing though, is am I really even supposed to be running into battle all that often?
I mean, I think out of the 4 of us, you and I are the most powerful.
We're definitely the most powerful. And I would agree that I throw down some pretty hefty damage.
You can fly, I can throw fireballs. All Drusilla has is a little fighter bear.
Okay, Simon is great though. He's very cute.
True. And Sid punches things.
Sid punches things so many times.
So I think we need to look cool. The coolest. Because we are the most powerful, so imagine you being invisible and running into battle with this big sword, popping out of nowhere and killing someone.
I don't know. The sword scares me.
We just don't tell anybody it's cursed.
I do a lot more healing than I do,
You'd think Drusilla would be healing too, because that's a druid thing, isn't it?
You would think, wouldn't you?
Druids also turn to animals. Anyways, it'll be our little secret. If you used to, I won't tell anyone it's cursed if you don't.
If the curse is unappealing to you, the longsword the longsword has the same bonus, but it's just a longsword, not a greatsword.
Yeah, but curses are fun.
If you say so, I will. The customer is always right. These two are the same cost.
Okay, so just for curiosity's sake, how much would the loot, sword, greatsword, shard, and gloves come to?
Let me see. He goes over and starts tallying up on a sheet of paper. So he said the loot, the shard,
gloves, and greatsword.
The gloves and the greatsword?
Yeah.
Where'd the gloves go? Oh, that 1,500 gold pieces.
Done.
All right.
You get 2 gifts. I get 2 gifts. Done.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm stressed about the sword though, because I'm going to be doing a ritual with it. We'll see what happens.
The longsword and the greatsword are the same values. I'll let you pick as to which one you get. But
yeah, it's your choice. Ultimately,
it's going to be the greatsword.
Okay.
Are you gonna make it a pack weapon?
I am.
Yes. Yeah. I'll take all of them.
Okay. So yeah, well, there you go. We'll and then he writes you out. So he hands you the great sword of vengeance, the DOS loot, the spell shard, and the living gloves.
Spell shard, is that just a common magic item?
Yep.
Okay, here it is. Okay, and what are the gloves called again?
Living gloves. Then here I can put links to
interesting. Living gloves. I have to pick what tool it is when I put it in my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here, and I'll put there's the loot. And let me grab the...
What do I want? If I'm already proficient in a tool, and no. Right. Are these a specific living gloves for a specific tool? Because there's multiple on here. Living gloves, alchemist supplies, living gloves, bagpipes.
Oh, it might. Yeah, the way that the D&D Beyond works, it might You might have to pick like that's how it might have you select which of the skill proficiencies it gives you.
What's Hannibal? What's all about Hannibal? Tinkering. So I'll go Living Loves Tinker's Tools. Nah. Let's go Sleight of Hand.
Yeah, it gives you just proficiency. It gives you proficiency and expertise in sleight of hand, so that's good.
I already have proficiency in Sleight of Hand. Oh no, I don't. But it's spelled wrong on D&D Beyond. That's fun.
Oh.
Living Loves Sleight of Hand. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, and so he gives you the gloves, the loot, the sword, and the shard. Hands you all of those, as well as a very fancy looking, like almost like certificate looking banknote with everything written out. Signs off on it for 2,500 gold pieces, payable by the South Point Trading Company.
Okay, so I'm gonna slip the gloves on immediately.
Okay.
And then they still appear like my webbed hands, right?
Once you attune to them, yeah. Once you attune to them, they kind of just like fade into your your skin.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then, all right. Now I have my spell shard. Okay. So that leaves me with a decent amount of gold still.
It's 2,500.
I could bet it all at the racetrack.
You could.
You certainly could.
On living on big old cargo.
Put 2,500 gold on King of the Cargo.
And I win.
Yes, sir. I mean, if you did, you'd have a lot of money.
I'm not going to do that. But I really want to.
You'd have like nearly 20,000 gold.
All right, Ilvem. Thank you so much, Mr. Kenny.
You're very welcome. If should you ever have any more magic items you'd like to sell or purchase, I get new ones in with quite a bit of frequency. So if you stop by in a week or so, maybe a few days, we'll see. I might have more for you to be able to purchase.
Excellent. And where could I get this piece of paper exchanged for my money?
Oh, yes. Any South Point trading location. If you'd like to go downstairs, they can cash you out with it if you would like to exchange it for gold.
Thank you so much. Run down the stairs.
Okay. All right.
It was lovely meeting you.
You as well. So it's like starts going back and putting all the remaining magic items away. Very happy because, and especially the banner starts like actually like puts everything away and starts laying out the banner to like start cleaning it up and like making it look nice for the buyer.
Sell the staff too, but nah. It gives me
the staff of defense
helps me with my AC.
Yeah. Also, I think it also allows you to use cast shield with charges.
Yeah, so I don't have to put in my spell book. Yep.
And don't have to waste first level spell slots.
Yep. Ilvem. That sword is going to be so cool.
Yeah.
So we have to keep it a secret, right?
We don't have to keep the sword itself a secret.
Just the curse a secret.
Just the curse part, yeah.
But what happens when the curse comes up when Sid and Drusilla are around?
We act surprised.
Like, oh, what was that? Oh no, that was strange.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe we got bamboozled.
I think if we cast banishment on it, we can fix the curse.
I mean, honestly, neither of them really know too much about magic theory. So.
I imagine if one of us has a remove curse, we could also just remove the curse.
I believe so as well, if I can read correctly. Because it says you can break the curse in the usual ways.
So breaking the curse just lets you unattune from it. Is all that does.
Okay.
It's like you don't want to part. As soon as you attune to it, you will just not want to part with it. Which, if it's your pack weapon, is just yeah.
I need to get my money first.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Hello.
You head downstairs one of the windows.
Yeah.
Okay. The same woman is opening. Hello. How can I help you?
I have this to exchange for gold pieces.
All right, sir. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Yeah. And she goes into the back of the company building and starts counting out your money.
Cool.
1 second. Actually, before she goes away, she says, "Would you like that in trade bars or would you like that in coins?"
Coins, please.
All right. Yeah, she'll go into the bag and she brings out a like small wooden chest, basically, and just opens it up, and you can see rows and rows and rows and rows of coins.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Come back and please see us again for any of your shipping or business needs.
I will, most certainly.
Aye, Captain.
How much gold is that again? 20.
2,500. That banner was worth a lot.
Walk in with the chest.
Mark down which ones you bought.
Would it be funny if you got robbed?
No, it wouldn't.
Right. Yes, so the two of you walk out. You're on the docks. You've got your money and your new magic items.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Yeah. Now can we get lunch?
Yes.
I want more of those seaweed things. Remember that all the food vendors near where we first got into town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all you wanted to do today? Just get lunch?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to do?
I mean, there was maybe some just like performance stuff I was thinking of doing, but
if Sid and Drusilla aren't in the rooms, do you want to play pranks on the rooms?
Not no.
You don't want to put like buckets of water over their door?
No, I said not no.
Oh, I thought you said no. Okay.
So did you want to, just for my own reference, did you want to do that thing that you said you told me you wanted to do?
Yes, but I want to try to ditch Hannibal first.
I see, okay.
Oh.
Sorry, Hanny.
Okay, so you two can go grab lunch.
And then while we're sitting and eating lunch, I will perform my 1 hour long ritual to turn this weapon into my packed weapon.
Okay. Yeah, you two can sit and eat and attune to everything.
Attune to these gloves.
Yep. So you can attune to the gloves. You put them on there. It feels really weird, and eventually they just kind of like bond to your skin, and like you can see there's like a slight line where like they're fingerless gloves, and there's like a slight line on the end of each of your fingers, like where the gloves stop, but like otherwise they blend into your skin, and it's just like your hands basically.
Okay.
I don't like it. They make me really uncomfortable. They give me the heebie-jeebies.
And yeah, you suddenly feel anytime you think about like doing anything that would involve sleight of hand,
So I'm expert.
What?
I have expertise in sleight of hand now.
Yep.
Cool. It's +6.
Yeah. So you can you suddenly anytime you think about anything that would involve sleight of hand, it could be coin tricks, it could be pickpocketing, it could be just anything like that. You can feel basically as you start to go do it, you're not necessarily proficient in it, but the gloves basically kind of puppet your fingers and your hand in order to make them do whatever you need to do. So they kind of take over for a second. It's like gentle thing. They follow your commands and everything, but just kind of takes over for a second.
That's cool. I love it. How's your little thing going? Your great sword.
It's great.
Yeah. So you can attune to it. Yeah. I imagine you do the ritual, and it basically involves just kind of sitting there and your halo glowing brighter and brighter and brighter, and just beams of light kind of just glowing down across the surface of the sword, and then when it's over, just glows brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and then it ends and the sword's just gone.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I did it.
Did you also want to attune to the lute?
Oh yeah, I suppose I should do that as well.
Okay. Yeah, it actually, if a person that tries to play this instrument without being attuned to it needs to make a saving throw or take 2d4 psychic damage.
That's fun. I'm also
keep that in mind. If anybody picks up your lute to play it as a joke, remind me that, because they will need to make a wisdom save or take psychic
really
damage.
I'm gonna try to figure out how this gem works, holding it and then use my action to open my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a mental link to it, and you can kind of open your mind up to it and focus on it as you're holding it. You can feel a bit of a magical connection, but there's no information in it, so there's nothing you get the sense that if there was information, you could read it like a book basically while you're holding it.
So I could put all my spell stuff in here.
You could, however, you would need to pay. You need to take the time and components and everything to transfer everything over.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. You could also do you could use it as a backup spell book too, of putting a couple of spells in there and have both, and just hide it on yourself if you need to prepare a few spells.
Cool.
So just a point of order, you did say that the lute can only cast one of its 7 spells. But looking at it here, it's got 7 different charges, and it says that it can't be used to cast that spell again.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. It can cast I just read that again. It can cast each of them once. You're right.
Cool.
So you get each of those spells once per day: fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good, animal friendship, protection from energy, fire only.
Which is really
protection
fun
from
because
poison.
I don't even have third level spell slots yet.
Mm-hmm. So you do it. Yeah, this does give you access to a couple third level spells you otherwise couldn't cast.
That's what
I'm so excited.
Oh, we had a long rest. I should mark that off.
How sad would it have been if loot wasn't one of the ones I had taken? But no, I have flute, lute, and viol. Or nope. It's written down as viol, but it's not viol. They just didn't have a piano option.
Right, piano.
It's
yes.
flute, lute, and piano.
You can add custom proficiencies on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you finish up lunch?
Yes.
Eating. You finish up attuning to all of your various magic items.
I'm full up on attunement.
Yep. Oh, nice. And Ilvem, that great sword is just somewhere.
Yes.
Somewhere in the.
Where'd you put it?
In the ether. You can put it. You can pull it out whenever.
Just in a place.
I wish I had
100% sure. I think Suriel's holding on to it.
That's pretty fun. What is Suriel? Yeah. Does Suriel like see you all the time?
Great. So what now? You wanted to go prank some bedrooms?
Of course. I just don't know what.
Okay. Well, why don't you head back and scope out the rooms and see if that jogs your brain for anything, because you come up with the better prank ideas than I do. And okay. I am just going to do a thing real quick.
What thing?
Just a thing.
Like what?
It's like really embarrassing.
Like what?
I'm gonna go and see if I can't convince somewhere to let me perform.
How's that embarrassing?
It's very embarrassing, Hannibal.
Okay.
Okay. See
ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Okay.
Get home safe.
Okay.
Nailed
it. My chest.
Okay. All right, so Hannibal heads back to the Keone estate.
And to figure out pranks.
Yep. Ilvem, what are you up to?
I am going to just start walking through the town, whistling the secret tune.
Okay.
Of secrets.
All right. As you're doing that, you start by the docks, and actually pretty quickly, you see a person like coming up towards you, while you're whistling, and you see it's a half-orc woman, who comes up to you and just says, "Hi, I'm sorry, can I ask you a question really quick?"
Oh yeah, what's up?
Do you know that song you were whistling? Do you know what it is? Because one of my passengers was whistling it like constantly. I'm sorry, I'm a ship captain. I'm the captain of the Toad Hopper. And
Great name.
Thank you. One of my passengers that I just brought to port like a few days ago would not stop whistling that song, and I've been trying to figure out what it is for the life of me. It's been stuck in my head for so long.
Yeah, it's actually just a really old lullaby. Okay. I couldn't tell you exactly where it originated from. My mom used to whistle it to me in the cradle.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your help anyway.
No worries. But this passenger, do you know anything else about them?
Not too much. They were kept pretty much to themselves. Didn't really, paid coin and kept themselves in their cabin. Didn't really see much of them, no.
But do you know what they look like?
Gosh, no, they kept a hood up most of the time. I don't think I saw their face. I know they. All I know is they asked. The only thing I heard them asking about an inn. One of my crew. I remember one of my crewmen sent them to the Moon's Row Inn. That's the only thing. Otherwise, I know that's probably where they went next.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I don't often run into people who know the song, so I just wanted to see if maybe they had more info on it.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Thanks so much. Safe travels.
You as well. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
I'm gonna go looking for that inn.
Okay. Give me another one of those gather information checks. Investigation with charisma.
Ooh, it's a lot. 17 plus 6.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you find it very quickly. You can find
don't work.
Yeah, the Moon's Row Inn. You can see that it's like the sign is like a little rowboat, like rowing across the surface of the moon.
Oh, that's really cute.
And you can head inside. You can see it appears to be pretty. It's close to the docks. It appears to be pretty quiet at the moment. Not a lot of people in there, and you can see a human man standing behind the bar, cleaning a glass.
Hi there.
Hello. How can I help you?
Oh, I am looking for my friend. I got into town a couple days later than they did, and they were the last time we talked. It was sending letters and stuff. How things can get missed. But the last I heard that they were going to be renting a room here.
Okay. Okay. All right.
They would have got into town a couple days ago. Wears a hood, probably pretty secretive.
This describes several people, though if they're secretive, I don't know if they'd want to be giving out information to everybody.
Maybe somebody who has been having some noise complaints.
Noise complaints? What do you mean by this?
Like somebody who whistles or plays music a little loudly.
Whistles or plays music loudly. It could be several people. I don't know which one. Could be.
Oh, we used to be in a band together. Dang.
Is there anything else you can tell me about them?
No. They are pretty secretive, so they wouldn't want me to send out too much identifying information. You know how it is.
Right, yes.
Huh. Do you mind if I just sit here for a little while? Maybe they'll come or go.
No, take a seat.
Fantastic. Do you have any juice?
Absolutely. What kind?
I could really go for, I don't know, what's local? It's my first time in the city.
Local. We have papaya.
Sounds great.
All right. Gets you a glass of papaya juice.
I will give him 1 gold piece.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
All right, you sit there for a bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit there, and I'm gonna just be absent-mindedly tapping the beat onto the bar.
All right. Eventually, you're going to catch the bartender's attention by doing that. He's gonna come over and just what is that tune you are tapping?
Oh, I don't know. I think I picked it up on a ship ride or something.
It jogged my memory. One of the guests, someone that came in a few days ago, an elf. That tune reminded me of something that they were whistling as they came in.
Huh. Wouldn't it be funny if that was my friend?
Maybe. I think I remember where they were going too, actually.
Oh, do you?
That person didn't actually end up staying here. They stopped in. They asked for directions.
Huh. To where?
They were asking about. There's a woman, Miss Gierna Othal. She runs a little poetry club called the High Tide Club. They were asking about that.
Fantastic. Did they leave their name?
No, they didn't.
Didn't think so. Can you tell me where that poetry club is?
Oh yes, just that way up this side of town. You take Main Street. You go this way for half mile. You turn it right. He gives you directions.
Thanks, you're the best. Bye.
Happy to help. Okay.
God, this is just a hunt.
You make your way over in that direction. Eventually, you come into. It looks like a very small, like a very small little entrance, like one of those. It's like one of those doors. It's like sandwiched in between two others, and it looks like there's two storefronts on it, left and right, and this one looks like it goes into a basement.
Ooh, I love that.
And then like the sign is just like a plaque next to the door, so very very small.
All right, I will make my way down.
Yeah, you can open the door and go inside. It's kind of smoky inside as you get down there. Lots of smells of like tobacco smoke as well as some incense. But this appears to be fairly like high class establishment. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, there's some someone kind of dressed like a waiter almost, standing at the bottom of the stairs, at like a little podium, and there's a curtain that leads into the main establishment, and then he says, "Can I help you?"
Sorry, before I go down, I am gonna enhance ability for charisma.
Okay.
Hi. Yeah. I'm actually just here to meet my friend.
Who's your friend?
Oh goodness, what was their name? We just met the other day. Oh goodness. Oh, this is so embarrassing. But they're an elf. And they said that they spent a lot of time here. And so we were going to meet up and then maybe jam. I'm a musician.
Are you here to perform?
I don't think I'm here to perform here. I think I'm just here to meet them, and then we'd go somewhere else to jam or something. But do you have performance slots?
You'd have to speak to the owner.
Great. Can I speak to the owner?
He like leans in through, like peeks through the curtain, like makes eye contact with somebody, and then comes back. She's not busy.
Is that a yes?
Pulls the curtain aside.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you get in, and it's like it kind of has like that. It has that like a cross between like one of those old school like gentlemen's drinkings and smoking clubs, and like a jazz hole. Like one of those like basement jazz lounges. Like if you mash those two together, that's the vibe you're getting here.
I'm very much feeling like the bar from Burlesque with Christina Aguilera and Cher.
Not that big. Like it's very like low ceilinged. That'd be more like Onyx Cat had more of that energy.
That's fair. That's fair.
But like definitely like this is more of a like low ceiling, small stage, like enough room for like a single performer type deal. It seems very exclusive. You can see an older gnome woman sitting at the bar. It seems like it's the middle of the day, so it looks like this place isn't too busy right now. It looks like that's where the bouncer was looking.
Okay. As I walk towards the gnome, I'm just gonna kind of like look around, really like play up the ditzy, and just like absent-mindedly hum the tune.
Okay. As you get up to her, she's sitting there like swirling a glass of some kind of brown liquor. She's like, "Hi, honey. How can I help you? What do you want?"
Hi, you have a lovely establishment here. It's so nice.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I heard there might be performance slots open.
I might have a few. What kind of performance you do?
I'm primarily a flute player, but I am trained in the lute as well, and I've been. I just bought a new one. Well, my brother bought it for me. It was very nice of him. I also use like a little bit of magic to sprucing up the performance. But mostly musician. Yeah, I guess we can just leave it at musician.
Well, if you want to play, I'd probably have to hear you perform just to make sure you're up to snuff for the establishment.
That makes total sense. But it's actually not the only reason I came here. I was actually supposed to meet a friend. We only met I guess I'm using the word friend kind of loosely here. We just recently met, and they told me that they frequent here quite a bit. They just got into town a couple days ago, in Elf.
I can't say I had any elves come in here lately. Couple people came in, a couple new faces came in a few days ago, but none of them were elves.
Can I insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Natural 20 for 28.
Okay, yeah. You can absolutely tell that she's doing her best, but she does not have any memory of elves coming in. Although, like, you will be able to tell that when you with that, like, thinking back as you were walking over, there was a bit of recognition for the song you were humming.
Does she recognize the song?
Yeah, it seemed like she had heard it before. It seemed like she perked up at it.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Should I perform for you now?
If you got time, yeah, go ahead.
Great. I'm going to bust out my flute, and I am going to do the sad lullaby from Victoria.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a performance check with advantage because you've got your enhance ability.
Yeah, I do. What is my performance? +4. So 19.
Okay. Are you not proficient in performance?
No.
Oh, okay. So you can make that as a flute check then. So you can add proficiency because you're using the flute.
Okay, then that adds no. That makes it a +6 instead of just a +4, which basically a 21.
Okay. Yeah, she's like, you can see she's like dabbing at her face with a handkerchief by the time you finish. She's like, yeah, okay, honey, you got the part. Whatever you want to perform, you can come in here.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. One more question. I'm so sorry to bother you so much.
Mm-hmm.
The song I was humming earlier, have you ever heard it? It's just been so stuck in my head. And then I'm gonna hum it again.
Yes. Yeah, a couple days ago, a dwarf gentleman came in singing that. Now that I think about it, actually performed it for me.
I hate them. Do you maybe know where that dwarf gentleman is?
Actually, he asked me to introduce him to an old friend, a retired poet named Tree Creek.
Tree Creek.
Yeah, well, he's one of them Kenku. They got funny names.
Fair. Did he leave his name with you?
No, but he did. He met Tree Creek here, and I think he might be staying with him. I can tell you where he lives.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so she gives you a house in the residential area.
Sweet. Thank you so much. I will contact you about when I'm free to come perform.
Whenever you want, honey. You did fantastic. We'd love to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. You're too sweet.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. So many places. I'm gonna head towards the Tree Creek residence.
Okay. So you make your way over there. You get to this like smaller but nice house, very overgrown garden, and like just plants and shrubs around the place. They kind of like vines that creep up over it, giving it a very dark appearance, like very kind of closed in. But you can make your way up to the door.
I shall knock on the door.
All right. You knock on the door, and a little bit later, the door opens, and yeah, a black-feathered Kenku, crow person, standing there wearing like a sweater and spectacles, opens the door. Then he opens his mouth, and you just hear in like almost like a customer service voice, just like, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Hi, Tree Creek, right?
That is I.
Fantastic. I'm looking for the person who can recognize this tune, and then I'm gonna whistle the tune.
What tells you that this person is here?
I love Kenku.
I'm very good at what I do.
You see them like think for a second, and think for a second, and just be like, You may be looking for my tiefling friend.
Are they still staying with you?
And then you can hear like from like the second floor of the house inside. You can just hear like wood on wood just tapping of the same, like the rhythm, the response rhythm to to the tune.
Yes.
And then Tree Creek looks up, steps aside, and opens the door.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and then just points you towards a set of stairs.
I will look up.
Okay. Looks like there's another landing up there.
Great. I'll go that way.
Okay, you go up the stairs. This is like, yeah, it's like an old, not really well kept house. There's like papers and books just like stacked up all over the place. Tree Creek, from what you heard, Tree Creek is a retired poet, and like you can see just like half done works of poetry, artwork on the walls. Like, but as you get up to the second floor, you can see a door cracked open with a little bit of light coming from inside.
I will knock politely.
Okay, and then yeah, you're gonna hear a voice from inside just say like, "Come on in, Ilvem."
Great. Love that for me. Hello.
All right, you come inside, and yeah, you can see a purple skinned tiefling with horns that curl down, like almost like corkscrew on like a ram's on the side of the head, sitting in a rocking chair with a book in hand and like a cup of tea to one side, rocking back and forth. Say, shut the door, will you?
I shut the door.
All right, and as you shut the door, their form shimmers and starts to shrink and like condense down. And as he finishes condensing, like the book, like kind of adjusts the book so that his smaller arms can hold on to it, and like sets down the tea. As you see a white-haired gnome with a little white goatee, who closes the book and looks at you and says, "Well, fantastic job in finding me."
It wasn't very easy, but
And
also it wasn't very hard.
And you see Marlos sitting there.
How are ya?
I'm doing all right. Someone I was looking after skipped town.
I am at least 3% sure I left a message.
You did. But you have to remember, I was in town. I came into town to see you, so I figured I'd follow you since I found out where you were going.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, totally. Going off on little adventures and having trips like that to spur of the moment decisions is part of what we do.
I have some secrets to trade.
Fantastic. By the way, I'm guessing you took the land route to get here, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten here so much more before you.
Yeah, it took us a really long time.
Well, do tell, what are these secrets you've got?
Before that, I know that I'm just like essentially initiate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to be. I am.
Right.
I just want to be a part of it. Full stop.
Right. Well, there's some steps to membership. You'll have to understand. We have our secrets. For people who deal in secrets, we've got our deeper secrets. Providing good information is some of the best ways to... Providing good, useful information is some of the best ways to increase that membership.
Okay, great, yeah.
And I can certainly pass along a recommendation to our higher-ups if you prove yourself.
Okay. So, to start off with, I'm sure... What do you know about the Inquisition?
Oh, quite a bit. They're well documented.
Okay. Because I know, Coquelia was there undercover. I get that. So I'm just gonna like lay out all of the training the Inquisition provides.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that Coquelia might not have known, to see if like any of that is new information. I'm going to give all of the information I have about Alexia and her like family.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to lay out all of the information about the Gith encampments and the training there. And also that the Illithid are attacking the encampments. And so that like both of these like races are currently kind of battling on the prime material plane.
All right. He listens up and says, "Right, that's all very interesting. Though unfortunately, I don't know how much of that we can really use. Again, all very interesting. We could probably find some uses for it eventually, but sorry to say, it's not fully membership worthy yet, just yet."
Okay. How about the Windwell?
I've heard of it. Fairly well documented.
It's also fairly well documented.
Well, it's just sitting right out there in the middle of the wilderness. Anyone can walk by, take a sketch, or take notes or anything. It's not particularly guarded.
Did you know
Secrets
that
rarely
you
just
can
sit
like?
in the middle of the field.
Did you know that you can harness the power of the Windwell, and that if you piss it off, it'll fucking launch you?
Pissing it off bit might be a little bit new, but given that one of the most high-profile monks in Pyre openly draws some of his power from it, yeah, I was aware.
It's frustrating. I buy it more.
Let me help you out a bit here. Tell you the kind of thing you should be looking for.
Okay.
Magical secrets of the dangerous and or powerful variety are the sorts of things we very much enjoy. Those are the sorts of things, the kind that we can use. Where conversation pieces and secrets of politics are also useful, of course, but magical secrets are our bread and butter. Those are the things we really keep an eye out for, especially the kinds we can use to increase our own power and influence.
Well, did you know that there's 3 other elemental wells?
Yes.
Yeah, that tracks. Dang, I was really hoping to have more leverage here.
That's perfectly all right. I mean, the fact that you were able to find me is pretty good already, but membership takes time. You know, we're not we keep secrets, so we want to make sure that those we give our secrets to are quite well, worth the trouble. We've been burned before.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just hoping that I could like develop a status so that like when I ask this favor, it would be less of me begging for this favor and more of a equal exchange.
Well, you know, you could let me hear it, and perhaps I could find. Information is helpful. Information is good, but if there's if there's a debt to be paid, we can also just find work for you to do as well.
Okay. I'm very specifically looking for any and all information on Alexia Renault and what she is doing in Kukui.
Well, I'll tell you, that one's a bit difficult. There's a bit of a war going on here, and I believe from what I took a look at some things, look at the information we had while I was on the ship over here, but from what I was able to find, she's pretty secretive. She's working with the enemy, or at least the enemy of the people around here. And it's hard to get close to them. They're pretty insular lots, so spies are hard to get in there. Though I understand they're working on something. They're doing some sort of project for the loyalists.
Ugh. It's just that as long as my siblings are with me, she and the Inquisition pose a severe danger to them. And I want to be a step ahead of her, but I've never been a step ahead of her before. And it's all so stressful.
I can understand that. So what do you have in mind for being a step ahead of her?
I don't know. I just need to know what she's doing so I can make sure that it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass.
Well, I could certainly see what I could do, and of course, from what we've been able to figure out, this project she's working on appears to be of some sort of magical nature. From what we've been able to find, she does appear to be trying to find some sort of weapon or advantage or leverage in this war for the loyalist side. You find us some usable information about that, or you tell us that you'd like to find some usable information about that, and perhaps some support from us would be warranted in getting you that information. Sort of a you scratch our back, we scratch yours type situation.
That's fair. That's fair. I will 100% be looking into this.
All right. I'll do what I can to get you support from my end, make things a little easier for you.
Thank you.
Get you in the right place, right time, talk to the right people.
It's getting pretty late. I left my brother alone back at home, and I'm kind of worried about that. But I have an open-end performance slot at the poetry place if you ever want to swing by and see me perform.
Right, I could do that. And is that where I can get in contact with you if I find any information?
No, we're staying at the Keone estate.
Oh, the Keonis, lovely people. I hear they love taking guests.
They're very nice. They're very nice.
Good. Well, I won't keep you much longer, but I think this person you want to get back at, stay a step ahead of, whatever you want to do. I think this might lead you into something that could be potentially, you play your cards right, could be potentially membership worthy.
Great. Good to know. It was so nice seeing you, and I'm again really sorry for skipping town.
It's all right. If you could skip town in a way that I wouldn't find you, then well, I suppose we would be a bit more inclined towards membership in that case.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, did I just fumble by telling you that I was staying at the Keone estate?
No, it's fine. I could have found it, but it just makes it easier for me.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out.
Right.
Lovely seeing you again. I'm gonna go see what Hannibal's up to.
All right. Have a lovely rest of your day.
You too. Bye. Bye, Miss. Bye, Tree Creek. Thank you for your hospitality.
Goodbye.
Cute. Gotta go.
Oh, I love Kiku so much.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll go home and meet back up with Hannibal.
Okay. All right, so you can head back to the county estate and meet the two of you can meet up there. It's probably like mid-afternoon at this point.
Okay. While Ilvem was gone, I wanted to put tomatoes in everyone's pillowcases.
Okay. Go grab tomatoes from the garden and put them in everyone's pillowcases.
Yep.
Including my pillowcase?
You don't know.
Including your pillowcase? It's just your own pillowcase. Then you can claim someone else did it.
Exactly.
It's a double bluff prank. Okay, so yeah, Ilvem, you get back just in time to see Hannibal coming out of his room.
How was your performance?
I got a slot.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
How is prank thinking?
didn't get around to doing it.
Insight check.
Roll them.
8 for deception.
Oh, God.
Or wait, so no, 6 plus 1, 7.
18.
Didn't get around to
Absolutely
doing it.
lying.
What the fuck did you do?
I don't know. It's not as bad as some of the others have been.
Did you do it to me too?
Yes.
What is it?
I put tomatoes in your pillowcase.
Oh. Like,
So, like when you like lay your head down, it squishes the tomatoes.
okay. You know, it really sucks that Sid's so good at catching things because we could just like hide out and then chuck tomatoes at them.
Did you know if I spend enough time, I could turn Sid's bedroom door, if it's wood, into stone?
Okay, that's really funny.
I know.
That's a good prank.
Or like turn Sid's shoes into stone.
Does Sid wear shoes?
I don't know. I think Sid got the same sandals as I do now.
That's true.
But it only lasts
But
for
he's
an
probably
hour.
wearing them now.
Where do you think they went?
I don't know.
Probably dead, right?
Yeah. You want
Let's
to spar?
find out. I'm gonna cast Sending.
Okay, actually, as you're about to start casting Sending, you hear the door open downstairs, and you can hear Sid and Drew's voices as they get back.
Let's hide under Sid's bed.
Okay. Sid's really perceptive.
Let's do it anyway.
Okay. No, I'm gonna hide under Drusilla's.
Me too.
Okay, so you two go and hide under their beds, and
Under Drusilla's bed.
right. And as they come back, I said it was going to be a shorter session. That's where we're going to pick up next week, and also finding out what they've been doing all day.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
Put tomatoes in my pillowcases.
Yep. I wrote all that down, and I also going to write down you were hiding under their beds. So
Cool.
Ilvem.
I
under
did just roll a
Drew's bed.
stealth roll.
Want me to roll stealth check
Okay.
too, Sam?
Sure.
I got a 19.
11.
Okay. So stealth 19 and stealth 11. Okay. All right. So thank you for joining us, folks, for this shorter episode this week. We should be back next week with hopefully with everybody again.
Yes.
As we find out what Drew and Sid have been doing with their day and also move on from there. So thank you for joining us for the shorter session and have a lovely rest of your week.
Oh, I'm so pissed.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, folks.